What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Jordan Kitchens, and I'm here. Yes, I'm here, and I'm here to talk about a mental illness I've been suffering with. I guess you can say since the day I was born, and today I finally feel the need to speak about it. So, the mental illness that I've been suffering from since a child is called Saints fandom. Yes, and now that the draft is here this week, the 24th on Thursday, I got a lot of things to get off my mind, a lot of things to get off my chest, especially about the state of my team, my franchise. And honestly, it's probably your first time on this side. Usually you see me talk about the Pelicans, but no, we're going to talk about the Saints today, man. So we're going to break all that down right now. So unlike my Pelicans channel where I have an intro, we don't have no intro on this channel, man. We just going to get straight to the business. This is not my job channel. This is more uncut stuff. So this is really going from Saints to whatever in the world I want to talk about. This is what this channel is about. As you can see, my older videos and whatnot, this is my miscellaneous channel. And today, man, I think it's time to really discuss this illness that I've been suffering, like I said, from Saints fandom. Okay, usually in the past and growing up, the NFL draft is a special time. For other franchises and other teams, it's a special time, right? You're about to go into the NFL draft wondering, man, is my team going to take the next great? Is my team going to take the next person that puts on the jersey that represents me and my city, my family, and just reach heights that have never been reached before? But over the years, Mickey Loomis has torn that away from me. He has stole my joy. It's like when I think of Mickey Loomis, it's kind of like the Grinch, kind of. Just stole my joy. You know how the Grinch steals Christmas? That's what Mickey Loomis has done to me. All right, he just zapped me from the Derek Carr saga. Let's talk about Derek Carr. Why not? Why not? Let's talk about the $100 million man. So if the reports are true, which I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt before I give Mickey Loomis the benefit of the doubt, this man did not want to be on the Saints. He had no intentions of being on the Saints this year. And granted, I wanted his ass out of here too. All right, this ain't no, Derek, don't leave us. No, it's like, see ya. Sayonara, buddy. Bye. Hit the road. It failed. It was a failure. But no, Mickey Loomis can't let his ego go. Mickey Loomis is like a dictator, okay? Honestly, these days as a Saints fan, it just feels like we're just in this dictatorship, like we in North Korea, bro, and we just got to go with the protocol. If you speak out, banished. You're banished. That's how they do you. But anyways, so you give Derek Carr this contract, knowing that he did not want to play for the Saints. And honestly, he didn't want to restructure his contract, even though he did say he wanted to do that. But then it comes out he didn't want to do that. You find out he has this phantom shoulder injury. So now it's looking like Derek Carr is going to be pretty much done for the year. Granted, it ain't like Derek Carr out there with a equal some wins. People be like, well, but the Saints are reaching mediocre heights. Like this not even about can Derek Carr elevate or Derek Carr, regardless of the fact, if Derek Carr is out there, what, 7 wins at best, maybe 6, maybe squeeze out 8, 9. But you're not no upper echelon team. You're not pushing. You're not a needle mover. Honestly, what, you're the 3rd best team in your division in the NFC South? That's weak. If Derek Carr is out there, I'm not saying that they will. If that's an if. Mickey Loomis always compounds on his mistakes. He doesn't clean up his mistakes. He makes them worse. So the reason why I'm just so down and out, leave the Carr stuff alone. All right. And it's like, not only did Mickey Loomis sit there and pay full price for what? A 05, what would you call it, Derek Carr? A 05 Ford Fusion or something? He paid full price for a 05 Ford Fusion, got 200 on the dash, and he bought that car, Mickey Loomis, and put a brand new alternator in it on an 05 with 200 miles. That's what Mickey Loomis did. He went and got Derek Carr and was like, you know what? We can win with Carr. We can do this. Smack on his gum. He sit there and tried to sell you guys Dennis Allen, just selling you lemons. If Mickey Loomis was not the general manager or whatever the hell he is for the Saints, I don't know what he is. Is he the general manager? He's the owner. It's like Mickey Loomis has been in power since 2002. I want you guys to keep that in perspective real quick. And I want you to do this for me real quick. I want you to Google the longest tenured GMs in the NFL. 2002. We're in 2025. Granted, you got your ring with Sean Payton and Drew Brees in 09. Or 09, 010, whatever you want. They won it in 010, but it was the 09, 2010 season. He got you that. Cool, you got your legendary draft class of 2017. Legendary draft class of 06. Thank you, Mickey. We appreciate you. We appreciate that. But it's over now. You've lost your fastball. Mickey Loomis, the way that people still parade around like, oh, well, you remember that 2017 class? I was a junior in high school in 2017. I'm a grown man now. That does not move me. It's over and done. Marshawn Lattimore, not here no more. Trey Hendrickson, you let him go for nothing for peanuts, and you're still trying to replace him 5, 6, 7 years down the line. Still trying to replace that DN spot. Still, Alex Anzalone, gone. Ryan Ramczyk, retired. Okay, you can keep just naming the guys outside of Alvin Kamara, gone. Everybody gone. That does not move me anymore. What have you done for me lately? The NFL and sports in general is about results. I don't want to hear about what you did 8 years ago. I don't want to hear about what you did 2006. I don't want to hear about what you did in 2011. I don't want to hear about that. What have you done in the last 5 years? What has Mickey Loomis done as a positive in the last 5 years? Yeah, I'll answer it for you. Not signing Deshaun Watson. There you go. For not just not signing him. Not just not signing him. Getting outbidded for Deshaun Watson. So that really helped us out. That's the best move Mickey Loomis has made in the last 5 years. Swear to God. Don't believe me? Do the research. You know, people always like to bring up, oh, well, what about, Alvin Kamara and Ryan Ramczyk, all these guys he found. Okay, so for every Alvin Kamara, every Ryan Ramczyk, there's a Marcus Davenport. There's a Peyton Turner. There's an Isaiah Foskey. There's a Kendre Miller. I can just keep naming guys. And I'm just trying to just keep it in the last couple years. Cesar Ruiz. It's Trevor Penning. For every Chris Olave you hit, every Kool-Aid McKinstry, it's early on him, but every Kool-Aid, there's 5 other guys that I was like, what is going on here? And then you're always trading up. You are trading up like you still got it. Still trying to kick the stuff down the road, worrying about what it's going to look like in 2035 or something like that. You Mickey like, I ain't going to be here anyway, so it ain't going to be my job to clean up. I know how you think. Slimy. Mickey Loomis still the same person that was chewing his gum in a press conference, smacking his gum, reading off. Yeah, Dennis Allen. Yeah, he's kind of like Chuck Noll.
The
Tom
easy
Land.
thing to do, the lazy thing to do is look at the results of a season and say, it's a coach's fault or it's the quarterback's fault. I think oftentimes you have to look beyond that. I was prepared for this question, right? Chuck Noll, his first 3 years, Hall of Fame coach, he was 1-13, 5-9, 6-8. But they recognize that this guy's a good football coach, right? Bill Belichick, here's his first 3 seasons, 6-10, 7-9, 7-9. Tom Landry, 0-11, 4-9, 5-8, 4-10, 5-8. Hall of Fame coaches, all of them. Bill Walsh, first year, 2-14. Second year, 6-10. So I think the easy thing to do is just look at the results and say, oh, no, we've got to have a change. You got to look beyond that. What are the reasons why we were 9-8 instead of, 13-4? And look, it's collective. It's the players. It's the coaches. It's me. It's our personnel staff, our roster. It's variables sometimes that we don't have any control of. And so my assessment is Dennis Allen is a good coach. And again, with Sean Payton, we went 10-6 the first year, but then we were 7-9, 8-8. I heard some of the same noise. But at the time, I knew we had a good football coach. And so I think sometimes the hard thing to do is to be patient and recognize your other shortcomings and get those fixed.
Chuck Noll, Tom Landry, they didn't give up. They didn't give up on those guys. Bill Belichick, this man sat up here and tried to talk to us like we're idiots. Like we don't know what the hell is going on. That we're idiots. That's what Mickey Loomis thinks of everybody in his fan base, that we're idiots. This man really tried to sit here and tell us that Dennis Allen was Chuck Noll, Tom Landry, Bill Belichick. And honestly, if Gail Benson finally didn't do the right thing and step in and told Dennis Allen, pack his shit up and get out, he would still be the head coach because Mickey Loomis wasn't getting rid of it. That's his boy. He sat there and tried to tell you that was Bill Belichick in the waiting. He sat there and tried to tell you that was Tom Landry. Yes, he did. That's exactly what he said. And this man still has a job. This man hasn't been run out by pitchforks. This man hasn't had a brick thrown through his window. This man hasn't had, I'm gonna say something so crazy that I'm not gonna say. This is still a family show. Okay, sorry guys, I get a little passionate. I'm very passionate. You will see as you continue to stay on this channel, you continue to see this channel grow. Cause this is my more personal channel, so I'm gonna be real more personal. You know, I'm not gonna be as guard up, you know, as I am for my Pelicans. You know, I gotta keep it for the job. But for this, oh hell nah. I ain't letting that slide, Loomis. Oh no, sir. Can't do that. No, can't do that. And it's sad because I'm supposed to be so excited. Like I feel like I just lost my love and joy for the Saints over the years because it's just the incompetence and you're going from heights where you could have been. And I'm not sitting there saying that I'm gonna be, oh man, I ain't watching the Saints game this year. I ain't doing nothing. I ain't wearing the jersey. I ain't supporting. No, man. I'm still be there. Come on, man. You cut me right now. I'm bleeding black and gold. You cut me right now. Bleeding black and gold right there on the ground. I can't control that. Born into this. I ain't leaving. But I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to speak on my little, small little platform I have. I'm going to speak. They ain't going to stop me from speaking about it. I'm still watch. Now, I ain't going to sit there and they're really bad. I ain't putting no money into it. But I'm going to watch on TV for sure. Can't do that. Cannot not watch my Saints. But at the same time, this is usually the time of the year where you're supposed to be excited for the future. You know, because it's supposed to be a new chapter. But nowadays, it just feels like nowadays, it just feels like, man, just buckle up. Because Mickey Loomis is about to go throw a knuckleball. Not no fastball, not a slider, not a changeup, not a splitter, not a sinker. He throwing knuckleballs. And he's probably going to trade up some way or somehow. And it's like, Mickey, let me give you guys the state of the Saints in a moment. You know, people are going to be like, oh, well, I kind of watched this video for analysis. Well, here's your analysis on the team. I'm going to give you your analysis. For the people that are analysis that don't just want to hear commentary, this is your analysis of the Saints right now. Regardless of the fact of how this draft turns out, if you want to take a quarterback at 9, you know, you want to take Shador, you want to take Jackson Dart, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to take at 9, regardless of the fact, this team is going to be bad next year. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. This is going to be not the best team in the NFL next year. Like, maybe a bottom feeder in the NFC. That's what you need, okay? This team needs a full rebuild. The problem with the Saints is they're old. They're old and expensive. You need to get younger and cheaper. And the only way you get younger and cheaper is by drafting and hitting on the draft. You know, you've been trying to replace Trey Hendrickson's production for at least the last 5, 6, 7 years. Right, between Davenport, Peyton Turner, Chase Young, Isaiah Foskey, Gradison, all these people. Gradison is solid. Chase Young is okay. Maybe not worth the price tag, but you beggars can't be choosers. You know, Cam Jordan has fallen off. You've been trying to replace his position for the last 6, 7 years, man. And it's looking like they still going to have to take one, right? You've been still trying to figure out the receiving core. It's since Michael Thomas, basically. Even before that, because you remember you tried to get Dez Bryant, try to get Antonio Brown in here, and those things didn't work out. So it's like they're just, other than the secondary, it's been hit or miss. You know, linebacker's been okay. You know, Pete Warner, but where's been Jalen Ford? Where's Jalen Ford been at from Texas? Like, they drafted this guy like he was going to be one of the guys. Where has he been at? You know, the D line. It's just like, Brazil's cool. He's cool, but you're still not there yet. You're still so far away. So that's what I'm saying. Like, regardless of the fact this team's gonna be bad next year, regardless, and that's okay because you need a full rebuild. But I don't think Mickey Loomis comprehends that. Because if you know that, you're not giving Carr all that money again. You're not restructuring Carr. You've got to find a way to get off him or something. Fix your mistakes. So no, this is the analysis of the Saints, man. With the 9th pick, this is why I'm saying I've lost my love and joy for this. Because at this 9th pick, I just feel like it's about to be something so bizarre at this point. It's about to be something so bizarre. All right, you got reports that, you know, they don't like Shador, you know, Jackson Dart, cool, whatever, whatever. At this point, I don't care. Because I still feel like regardless of the fact, you need best position available at 9. I'm not sitting there like, oh, I want Shador. No. I feel like anybody but Ashton Genty, okay? Anybody but Ashton Genty. We are so far away from picking a running back to be like, when I feel like you dropped a running back in the first round, that is like the finishing touch to the team. i.e. Jahmyr Gibbs. Like Bijan Robinson was supposed to be that. We'll see how this Michael Penix stuff work out. But if Michael Penix works out, they're happy they drafted Bijan top 10. Gibbs goes top 12, but Gibbs was like a finishing piece of that Detroit team. You already had your line, you already had your defense, you already had your receivers, you had your quarterback, you had Montgomery. Let's get a nice change of pace guy in Gibbs. So I just feel like with Genty at 9, that's just not it. Because that's not what you need. You're so far away from needing a finishing piece like a running back, and you just gave AK some money. Now, I'm not sitting there saying Ashton Genty is bad or whatnot. I just don't think that's what the team needs at the moment. If you ask me, the Saints need a receiver. Saints need a playmaker. Saints have no playmakers. Chris Olave is good. Rashid Shaheed is good when they're out there. Okay, Rashid Shaheed has injury history. We're not going to ignore that. Olave is maybe, 1 or 2 hits away from calling it a career. Let's call it what it is, man. Let's call it what it is. Okay? And you was out there running around Cedric Wilson, Mason Tipton. You grabbed Kenny Stills from Kenny Stills was washing cars, back in, I don't know where they found Kenny Stills at. They was like, bro, you used to play for the Saints? He was like, yeah. You doing that, he caught it. He's like, all right, you signed. Practice squad, for sure. So I think you need a playmaker bad. Especially if, you're going to be running Spencer Rattler out there or Jackson Dart or Shador. I doubt Shador, but any one of those guys, you got to need some type of playmakers trying to help them out. All right, you gave Jawan Johnson all this money, so I'm not necessarily saying Tyler Warren no more at 9, but I just think you either need a playmaker or you need a corner because you have no more corners. Lattimore is gone. Adebo's gone. We got to see what Kool-Aid. Alante kind of struggles, so you can get another corner. You can bump Alante inside to the nickel and put that, Will Johnson from Michigan. You put him on the outside with Kool-Aid. Alante inside, you're cooking with some hot grease. You're cooking with some hot grease, but knowing Mickey Loomis, he's probably eyeing some dude named Johnny Walker. They got a Jalen Walker, but some dude named Johnny Walker from Toledo Tech, fullback, Toledo Tech, like that. That's what it feels like. It just feels like I'm looking at our demise. It's like I'm looking into the future. Now, granted, I would love to come on here after the draft and be like, hey, I was wrong. Mickey Loomis shut me up. But I'm just speaking about the last couple years of frustration. I'm finally, getting this channel from the ground. So, no, I'm going to speak my mind about this Mickey Loomis situation, how he stole my joy. He's like the Grinch. Mickey Loomis is the Grinch that stole the draft. Because we need all these positions that are needed to be filled because we're old and we need younger guys on cheaper contracts so we can get out of cap hell that we've been in since forever. But people are like, well, the cap, whatever. I get it. There's people that like the cap, people don't know, whatever. But still, find a way to get your ass up out of that. Find a way to do that. But Mickey Loomis, knowing him, he's going to draft, like I said, Johnny Walker from Toledo Tech, DN, 6'1", 250. You're going to draft him, and then you're going to sit there with the 40th pick and trade that up into the first round and maybe go get Jackson Dart. That's what it's just looking like. Yes, Toledo Tech is not real. I'm just, get it. Come on, guys. This is a comedy page, man. It's comedy, baby. Stop being so technical. Have a little fun. Ease up, bro. None of these videos, like, this is just me chatting, okay? Just chatting. Just getting my thoughts off. So, y'all let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the Saints are going to do. Has Mickey Loomis, how do you feel about Mickey Loomis? Do you feel like he stole your joy just like me? He's the Grinch. What else? Whatever you guys want me to talk about on this channel is we're going to talk about. Uncensored, all that, don't matter. Anything under the sun will get discussed. All right? It will get discussed. But the only disgust I have in me right now is for Thursday. Because Lord knows I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be excited. Be excited all day. I'm going to go home, turn on the draft. I'm going to see pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Clock. On the clock. The New Orleans Saints are on the clock. Pick number 9. What's it going to be? It's going to see me, my heart just like this. Just like that. And then they're going to have like Jackson Dart up there. Maybe Shador. Then they're going to have, like I said, Johnny Walker from Toledo Tech, some unknown guy. Roger Goodell's going to walk up there with the 9th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The New Orleans Saints select. And I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to be like, oh my God. Who's it like? I'm going to be like, say it. Say it. Roger Goodell's going to look. Johnny Johnson, cornerback, Toledo Tech. Everybody be like, huh? Who? What? Same way it was when they traded up for Davenport. I thought they was going to draft Lamar Jackson. Oh, boy. But before I get out here, I'm gonna say that real quick, man. So the Lamar Jackson draft, man, I swear, man, it was like unbelievable, man. I ran outside. I see the Saints traded with the Packers. I think traded with the Packers, 14 pick, moved up. Right, I'm thinking, oh man, all the quarterbacks are off the board other than Lamar. He's still there. You know, they showing Lamar in the green room. You know, you're all sad and all that. I'm like, bro, this got to be it. Because at the time, I don't know who the hell Marcus Davenport is. I don't think anybody knew who the hell Marcus Davenport is. A DM from UTSA. Maybe people did, maybe they didn't. I was just not expecting them to take no Marcus Davenport. And then Roger Goodell goes up there and talks about some Marcus Davenport, UTSA. And I swear to God, because I ran out there. I ran outside with my dad. My dad got a man cave. This is like 2018. Run outside. I'm like, Dad, they're gonna take Lamar. I'm like, they finna take Lamar. They got to. He's like, yeah. Like they traded up. They gotta be the quarterback. Bro, then people said Marcus Davenport, bro. 2 first-round picks. And I was just like, who? But it was even worse when they drafted Peyton Turner. Cause I'm like, who? Who is Peyton Turner? Who is this? Who is Peyton Turner? Didn't matter. Mickey don't give a damn. So hopefully I can come back on here and we're not talking about this. We're talking about the Saints did something right for once. But, you know, history is undefeated. I'll say that. History is undefeated. And another thing, all humans are creatures of habit. If Mickey Loomis' habit is trading picks up in the draft, he's a creature of habit. Trust me, he's fiending. He's fiending. I know he's fiending. Saints got a slew of picks and he wants to spend every single one to move up a couple spots. Because that's their guy. That's their Isaiah Foskey. But anyways, I'm done ranting, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Drop a like, man. Show your boys some love. We gonna get this channel popping. Like I said, man, I can curse, but yeah, or watch my Pelican stuff. So I'm signing out, man. Peace.